Hi guys, Joe Mineo here from Joe Mineo Creative, and it's another Thursday. We thought we'd come up with another design that could help you if you have an issue on your mantle where it's very difficult to hang something for the holidays, especially if you have a fireplace that has a great brick or beautiful stone and the last thing you want to do is put a big old nail up there. This is a really fun contemporary design, but you can certainly do this and make it look a little bit more aged and worn and a little bit more antique-ish, so you'll see what I mean in just a few minutes. We start off with purchasing a very inexpensive picture frame. I got this at the craft store. I think it was on sale for $8, probably retailed for $14.99. We're going to take the glass and the cardboard out completely, and we're not even going to use that. We're just going to put it right over there. It's the frame we're looking for. I'm going to take my staple gun and I'm just going to start putting staples all the way across the top of our frame. Now, I'm starting to put, I actually put a whole line of staples because I'm not sure exactly where it is that I want to hang my Christmas ornaments. We're going to then take a 1x2 piece of wood. As you can see, we cut it a little bit longer than the length of the frame, and we painted it white. And we're going to take our glue gun, and we're just going to put a nice heavy bead of glue all the way across, and then we're going to attach our frame. Now, the larger the frame is, the larger the piece of wood at the bottom needs to be. Now, do not worry too much about your wood at the base because we're going to hide it completely. You want to make sure that your wood is wide enough to support the frame and make sure it doesn't tip over, right? So at that point, we're going to take some Christmas ornaments. Now, I wanted to show you, these are really great ornaments that we sell in the retail store. It's a little bright in here, but it is actually glowing. And these glow strong and pull back, strong and pull back. We're going to hang a Christmas ornament, like so, off of a little bit of wire. And very inexpensive ornaments. You can use really beautiful high quality. You certainly can mix them up with some inexpensive ones. And what it's going to do is this picture frame is going to really show off these beautiful ornaments, just like so. Okay, now, I know that looks really simple, and it is, but I'm going to show you the final design and it'll all make sense. So, here we go. And as you can see, I've used a whole range of different sized picture frames. The important thing about this is when you start buying your frames and you start overlapping them on your mantle, before you start hanging any of the actual ornaments, you really want to focus on where they should go and the size of them. So for instance, if you notice right here, we've created this rectangle, and I decided I wanted that one large design, one large ornament, right? Then we've got this negative space, and we did those glow ornaments that I mentioned. And then we have another little square here, we filled that in. Does that make sense? I just want you to kind of think it through and make sure it all kind of works together before you start adding all of your Christmas ornaments. And this is another reason that I mentioned that we did the staples all the way across, because you don't really know where you're going to start hanging your ornaments until you get all of your frames up on your mantle. So we're going to take some of these great stems of jingle bells, we're going to add those all the way across our design. And like I mentioned before, you're not going to see the base because we're going to go back with a little bit of artificial pine, like so. We're going to be hiding all of our glue elements, make that a little bit denser. As I mentioned before, you want to keep in mind that this design, being a little bit more on the contemporary side, being the color scheme I chose, if you did this with antique or natural wood frames, how beautiful that would be, or to gild them, and then maybe use vintage Christmas ornaments. And I just dropped that pine cone, but we're going to pretend that didn't happen. and maybe a little bit more pine cone there. So that's this week's Christmas design. This is a really, really great idea, and you can go in a lot of different places, even besides your mantle. We did this in this beautiful color scheme of red, white, and black with a little hint of Christmas green, but remember, you can do this in lots of different colors, and it would give the whole design a whole different feeling. So take one little element that we've given you today and put it to good use while you're doing your Christmas decorating. See you next week.